our friend is watching this right now. It's like, oh, so that's why this guy's passing.
But,
Send it to the teacher.
Hey, dog, hey, relax.
I know, bro.
Yeah, don't clip that. Oh, just don't clip it.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Hey,
My school never allowed tapered pants. My pants are not
schools, I think schools
bro.
focus on the wrong things.
Yeah, you see, that's the
Schools
thing. They focus on the wrong things
things
and they make it a big
focus,
thing out
like,
of it,
let's
bro.
focus on getting the pass mark back to 50. Now you're focusing on my pants that are tight on my ankles. What's that doing?
And you'll see that, hey, bro, you look forward to school. Okay, I'm not gonna say that because people don't like waking up in the morning. But I don't wake up in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you flex, yo.
Yo, joke. Away.
Yo, YouTube, Boyz Aloud back with another video.
Back.
I'm here with the Mandem, as you can see.
Yeah.
So how y'all doing?
What's up? Now we're good. How you doing?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm feeling good. We appreciate you so much. You guys have been going crazy with the subscribing. Please continue to like, share the videos, comment down in the comment section. I'm not sure if y'all can see, but the Mandem here, he wrote British orals. You know what I'm saying?
Pull that out, let's see, bro.
You wrote the British orals, you know what I'm saying? Comment down below, what's your thoughts?
British, man.
Nah, these gents are going at me for prime, dog. I'm not sorry.
You know,
yeah,
but like
British oral, dog.
Yeah, British oral. It's not the
same. What is your guys' favorite flavor? Yeah.
Oh, mine was the ice pop, the blue, white, red in one. That was my favorite one.
I like the blue one.
Okay, now for me, I think this one slaps. This one tastes like, you guys said too. I heard someone say it tastes like
lemon
twist.
Yeah, just like lemon twist.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know, it just tastes like it's just a regular.
It's just a regular drink. It's fine.
But I heard apparently people were like getting
sick,
like hyperactive.
Yeah, bro. People are getting sick in school. Yeah.
Apparently, I heard. I don't know about like on the news though. Like kids drink this thing and then they go back to class and they're not the same.
They don't learn the lesson in class. Bro.
But I don't know.
But it was exciting, bro. This thing sold out the first time it came.
Yeah.
Hey,
I feel like, you know what? I feel like what the good thing, like why I got this thing so hyped was like they really promoted it well. Like they advertised it really well, and the hype around it is what just even if you didn't want Primark, even if you didn't like it, but you're gonna buy it.
You're gonna buy it anyway.
But like you see, like
it's just like the cover that makes it thing, like the name and from where it's from. That's what makes it.
I also feel like it's because like youth knows KSI and Logan Paul. You know what I'm saying? Especially KSI. So you're like, I wanna try out like his drink, and you know what's the hype about? But hey, pretty mid if you ask me. Comment down below. What's your thoughts on
Power 8? Power 8 is still better.
Power 8 is better.
Power 8 is still better.
What? What's better?
Power 8.
Power 8.
Power 8 is still better.
And it's affordable, bro. 40 rand for a drink.
That guy's Oros. See that 2 liters, it's 40 rand.
Actually, guys, okay, now we're just speaking about prime.
Yeah, James, what do you think about like the schooling system? Since better like talking about school.
Yeah, you brought up school.
Yeah, today's,
So
education system in South Africa, how we feel about it, pros and cons of it, if you feel like it's working for us or if it's not, teaching methods, you know, there's different types of teachers and different ways in which they teach, does it help, does it not?
Exactly.
So that's just what we're here to speak about. And the different like the different, what do they call those things? That's not,
it's
like the inner
Caps or Cambridge?
Caps, IEG, Cambridge, all that.
Yeah,
private schools, government schools, all that.
So
that's what we're here for today.
So
thank you for tapping in. We're back, Boyz Aloud meeting again, all around the world, hopefully soon now. What else are we about?
Yes, sir.
We're happy today, man. Talking about school. Are we happy talking about school though?
Tell
me what about school makes
What
sense?
about school?
Yeah.
I mean, like, bro, education is important.
Yeah,
so
true,
it was gonna come. We had to talk about school sometime, but like I don't mind talking about it. People will be like, school. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to talk about school. School's gonna be boring. But at the end of the day, you need to go to like get some type of education, whether it's informal or formal. But like, bro, some of the best people or richest people, some of them, you know, have that degree in their bag. But what's your thoughts about it?
Nah, I feel like I stand with you with that, right? Like school is important, you know, we all gotta do it, just gotta get past it. I mean, like people always be like, don't you wanna drop out? Actually, I was even saying that to my mom yesterday.
You wanna drop out?
I don't, it was like banter, like a joke.
Banter, okay.
Cause like I've been doing the same like task for I don't know how long, for like 2 weeks, and it's just like, you know, all these tasks that don't end. I was just like, I drop out, you know. But like obviously, you know, we say these things joking, but like school is really important. It's like a serious thing, because I mean, yes, people believe like you don't need school to be successful, whoop, whoop, right? But then it's also important, like the fundamentals of becoming successful is based off school, and it starts there. You feel me? So now it's important. You know, it's a topic we gotta speak about. You know, boys and girls, obviously.
Facts.
It's important. You know. So.
Yeah, I feel like education in general is important. Everybody needs education in any sense, and you don't need to be in a school environment to like gain knowledge or gain information about something.
Yeah.
You know, so that's one thing that people need to understand. Those who say, "Nah, I pursued my dream through this. I didn't need school," but you doing what you're doing, I'm sure you had education for it.
Yeah.
You know, you were educated to know how to do it. So education is important as a factor, you know. So yeah, that's what it is to me though.
Well, let's talk about like South Africans, like school system overall. You know, CAPS and Cambridge. But like, let's still start like talking about CAPS since we've done CAPS.
Since we've been
CAPS. Bro, CAPS is like, it's like, oh, bro, it's a nightmare in my opinion, bro. Cause like the passing standard is so low. Like, bro, like maths is 30%. Home language is what, 40%? You can like
I feel like isn't every subject besides English 30% and then English like 40?
Yeah, I think
English is the highest.
A national senior certificate allows you to like fail one subject and then like bro, it's basically like
bro, like they allow you to at least fail.
Exactly.
Do you guys know how it got to the point where it actually the pass mark became 30? Do you know how it got to that point?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't say I know how it got to a point, but like apparently like these things are hard, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, like people shy, like they're difficult.
Yeah.
But I don't know though how it got there, you know. But hey, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the
personally,
past
I also don't know how it got there. Because when you think about it, Doug, you ask yourself like, how is a pass mark 30?
Bro, like,
and you know what the thing is about it, right? Like I once created this analogy in my head, like. How do we expect, because you know how getting into university now is so difficult in our country.
Hard.
Like especially when I go to the big ones like the UCT, VITS, whatever, you feel me? It's hard because then you expected to get distinctions, right?
Yeah.
And if all your life you've known that okay, a pass mark is 30, it's not like you're aiming for the 30.
Yeah.
But psychologically, you know, as long as I get above 30, I've passed.
Yeah.
You check.
Bro,
so
and that's so crazy because like when I used to go to like brick and mortar traditional school, because right now I do online, I'm receiving my report and people around me were like hyped that they like barely passed. Like they passed, they're like, hey, boy, I got 40%, but I passed.
Exactly, like at least I passed.
And I'm like, bro.
It's bad, bro.
But I mean, to a certain extent, that won't matter, dog. Like if you like probably like from grade 10, grade 9, all the focus is just to get to the next grade. And once you get that, it's accomplished. Once you mature, that doesn't matter anymore.
And you know what the problem is, nah? It's okay when you're in grade 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's fine because like fine, okay, as long as I'm progressing. But then like what it builds up mentally is something wrong, because then how are you all of a sudden gonna just switch up and get distinctions in matric if
just
you've
like
been okay with getting
practicing yourself?
So you like it's a mental thing. I mean, I guess you have to take it as like, okay, the situation I'm in, the country I'm in, the pass mark is 30. But I'm not gonna aim for 30 or 40. Let me at least aim for 80 and get a 50. Let me aim for 100 and get a distinction. You feel me? So I feel like that's how we should look at it.
Yeah. Because like you feel like people are like not trying that hard. Like, you know, like I'm gonna try like minimum effort, get this mark, I'm cooling, I'm gonna pass term 1, term 2, so on. And that's true because I feel like that's what I saw as well, man. But I feel like the reason why I had to go to like online now, because like also like teachers fall into it as well. Like some learners can't like cope with their teachers. The teachers like they like come to class, they write on the board, then the lesson's done. You have to study. But like you see, it's really dependent on the teacher. And like my parents saw that like the teachers, they're not doing their job no more. So you know, my child has to go to online and like learn themselves. And I feel like me personally, I feel like if you can do that, then bro, your marks would hikey get better.
So do you think like the teachers are kind of like letting us down with that?
Some of them, like bro, like if you go to I'm sorry, because like I'm not trying to bash anyone, bro.
Yeah, but like not all teachers are the same. Some of them love the job, but others just do it because they need to. Or they have to.
Exactly.
And that will impact on how they teach us.
Exactly. Because like, how do you become a teacher? Like you have to fall in love with teaching kids.
You have to.
You have to fall in love. Like it should be a passion.
Exactly.
More than something that you need to do. It's more of a passion that you should have.
Yeah, so it's clear like this whole pass mark thing is just letting us down then.
It is.
Because it's okay, yeah, well, dog, I just got a 40 by a pass, boy.
Like, dog,
Like, that's how that person's happy, bro.
like, dog, this guy's happy.
That's not
man's
good,
happy.
That's
bro.
not good. This
That's
guy's
not like
he's, bro, that guy in his head, he got an 80.
80, dog.
But like to a certain extent, with like in his head, he thinks like he got an 80. But you should understand, hey, some of these tests, they could be hard, you know? Sometimes you'll be like, yo, as long as I got a 40, the fact that imagine if 40 was the pass mark and you got a 30, like people wouldn't be motivated to like at least do better, you understand?
You know what's crazy? It's because like us, you saying he's, so in our mind, we think it's a chance.
And
How many of you change?
Yeah,
Don't be biased, don't be biased.
But like it's
but
true
change
though.
is
I
true,
see it in like most gents as well, and like Hans. But like it's kind of like rare, you would say. But like more or less, I want to shift it to like Cambridge, bro.
Yeah.
Like if Cambridge and Cap, sorry, if you can get your child like as a parent to do Cambridge like day one, like from grade 3 or grade 2, bro, you're setting them up for success, bro. Because long run, they'll be able to like study like anywhere. They're not limited to South Africa alone. Because like you can do caps. Caps is not bad. We're not bashing caps. If you can afford caps, go ahead, right? But like if you want to study internationally or go to a school like UCT, right? You need to like not only get good marks, but have like money to afford it, bro. Because now it leads to the fact that like people are not getting the marks that they need, and now where they're gonna go? Community college. You see, like how are you gonna like improve from going to places like that? If you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
It's like I'm thinking about it like long run, not like short term.
Short term,
you know?
that makes sense. Yeah, I understand that. I mean, to be honest, I don't know.
You don't know
Yeah,
about
nah,
Cambridge
for
and
real.
Cap.
Like you know, the thing is like from
Okay, like I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I did Cambridge because I'm one. Like I've been to a private school, government school, whatever, right? I did Cambridge for a year, but like before I did Cambridge, I was doing caps. And like the change was difficult because then the work came like in loads.
Exactly.
And like my mom was making an example, I think earlier on or like a few days back.
Yeah.
Speaking about this caps and whatever, Cambridge comparison, even IEB.
Yeah.
Because my mom did IEB when she was back in school, and that's just another, you know. But like she was just showing me like differentiating of how you learn when they teach you in caps and in Cambridge. Because in caps they will just show you another example. Guys, by the way, we keep showing you Pride. They're not sponsoring us, so don't go buy it all of a sudden. I'm just gonna use that example. Like caps will teach you like this is a bottle, and you drink from it.
Yeah.
But then like Cambridge teaches you that this thing opens, the science behind it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What shape
What shape it is,
Yeah,
that it's like a sphere, like a cylinder.
cylinder.
A cylinder. You know you can, you know it has a flat top, flat bottom, whatever. Like that's what it teaches you. It's more knowledge.
detailed,
It's
yeah.
detailed. It's more
It's
detailed.
detailed.
So when I finally went to Cambridge and I did that my first year of high school, grade 8, it was like, yo, what am I doing? Like you know, it was difficult.
Yeah.
But then obviously it came with adjustment and then you get the marks that you, but it's
That
all,
you
it's all about
can
mindset.
use.
Exactly,
Yeah.
you feel me? So caps isn't bad, we're not bashing caps.
Exactly.
Caps is, you know, we've got a lot of many successful people coming out of
Caps.
the cap
Caps,
system.
yeah.
Exactly.
But then there's many more.
It also determines like how you as a learner, bro. Because like if you're gonna like be like, bro, I come from caps, I can't do anything with my future, bro. that's the wrong mindset. Because you can go to your caps, you know what I'm saying, which is okay. Then work hard, get those good marks, you know what I'm saying. Go to a good school, go to a good high school. Work hard in high school, go to a better university, then bro, you're basically at the same level compared to the Cambridge learners. Because what you mentioned right there is facts, bro. When I compare like my work that I do right now in high school compared to my high school friends, right? Bro, they're doing the same economics, but theirs is like way harder and like more detailed.
And it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. We're doing the same subject, but why is theirs harder, bro? Caps is limiting me to understand only so much, but Cambridge is allowing them to go further. Get what I'm trying to say. So it's like,
and there's a whole, have you guys heard about the new AI thing? Artificial intelligence, like
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, me personally, since I do online, it helps me in certain ways. I'm not gonna be like, hey, I use it all the time. Nope, those English essays, those are mine. But since I have to do like so many modules in a week, and I'm running out of time, I can just go to ChatGPT, say Afrikaans essay about, I don't know, like lifestyle. But in English, it gives me in English. In words.
And then you translate.
Translate, go to Grammarly. There's a process, Bob. Like, I'm working
I mean, you're being smart, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess it's being smart. Yeah.
But like, you gotta know that you gotta know the foundations. You can't like just skip knowing how to write an essay or anything like that.
Yeah, no, you have to understand these foundations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like, it depends how you use it, though. What you saying?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I hope my history teacher's not watching, because I actually use ChatGPT. Because I was actually doing a history assignment, like a research task.
Yeah.
And like I was just tired, bruh.
She'll probably watch it after she start marking.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
So as long as you, whatever, right? So that dog and I was struggling to find a simple conclusion. Like all the websites, books, even textbook wasn't helping. So I'm like, hi. Then my mom's like, nah, there's this thing, just use it. And I got a conclusion, like,
nice.
I just had to rephrase it, obviously. Yeah. Make it look like I wrote it, and then put it maybe in first person or whatever. But I mean, not first person, like whatever.
Yeah.
And I just had to change a few things, like the pronouns. And then it just made sense, and it actually works. So like, it works. I mean, you can't rely on it. You know, you can't make this thing reliable. You have to still have your own brains and whatever, own knowledge, but
you know, that's crazy, bro. Some like op or some like our friend is watching this right now. It's like, oh, so that's why this guy's passing. Send it to the teacher.
Dog, relax.
I know, bro.
Yeah, don't clip that. Just don't clip it.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Don't be like,
don't clip that.
Some of them need the advice, bro. Some of them are struggling at home. Some of them, you see, with that situation, I remember earlier you said that what made you say you want to drop out, you check. So ChatGPT was the savior. It helped you. You understand? Yeah, that makes sense. But like, Jay, I just wanted to understand, like, between, like, going back to like the types of schooling, like Cambridge and CAPS, besides more on the work, right? Do you think there are different teaching styles? What do you think about that? Or do you think every teaching style is the same anyway, whether private, whether government, or do you think the teaching styles is different?
Yeah, when it comes to teaching, you can tell like as a learner, right? Like when I used to go to brick and mortar normal school, like the subjects, like teachers where they would put their heart and effort into it. Like you go home, remember the lesson, you'd be like, wow, you know, she cooked, she taught really well. He or she, taught really well. Some teachers go to the class, write notes, test next week. Good luck. Like you see, you can't really those standards, you know. And I know this because I've been through it, you know. And I just gotta like point out that there are teachers who really love teaching, who love learners, you know, like will go an extra mile just to make sure that this specific learner passes. And then there's other teachers that really don't care. But me personally, I'm not gonna lie. This may sound harsh. I kind of prefer the teachers that like they teach well, but they don't like spoon feed. They don't make sure the child passes. Like they know the child is not doing anything in class, but they're gonna help he or she pass. I don't condone that, because then when they go to matric, they're gonna wonder, bro, why can't I study? Why am I getting these low marks? And you realize that, oh, this teacher is no longer teaching me. No wonder why he or she maybe wasn't even helping me, or maybe was helping me get those marks.
Not for you.
You feel me?
I get you, but like, it is unfair for a learner to get to school lazy and expect the teacher just to help them. Like, just because, like, you know, you have to put in the effort. You know, and I feel like teachers can only go to a certain extent. But then learners have to meet them halfway as well.
Exactly.
If you need the assistance, I mean, the teacher needs to see that you're also putting in the effort. You understand? Yeah, I agree with that. But like teaching styles are so broad, but I feel like I've always learned best with the teachers that are more
interactive.
Not like theoretical, you know, like
practical basically.
Yeah, like practical. So that's the word. I learn better when the teacher's practical. So I'm gonna make up an example, right? Let's say we're learning, let's say it's like a geography lesson or like a physics lesson, and like they're explaining something that is, you know, you can touch, see and feel. But then it's on the board. And like now you're not essentially getting it correctly. And like, the teacher says, okay, stand up, come, let's go outside, let me actually show you what I'm talking about. And then, you know, then you see it and you can see it, feel it, touch it, whatever. And then you're like, oh, okay, so now it makes sense. So when you go and read it, it's like, oh, that's what it was.
Exactly.
So I've always learned better like that. I've also learned better by like watching something. Because sometimes when a teacher is just speaking, and then guys, you notes. and then an activity, and then they're like, here you go.
Yeah, and the thing about that is like when they just give you notes, people tend to cram, check. And they just cram the notes. But unlike with what you say right now, like if you get to watch, get to feel, it's not about, it's you understanding. And therefore information is easy to you.
Exactly.
You understand? Yeah, nah, I get it.
Like it's more easier when you've been, everything is easier after experience.
True.
So even when it comes to learning, I mean like, you go out there and then let's say for example, you know, we're learning about why the shadow is here in summer and there in winter. When the teacher's explaining it in class, you're like, dog, what are you talking about? Then the teacher said, let's go outside, let me show you it's summer now, it's winter now. Let me show you my shadow will be on the left. And then you go and you see the shadow on the left. And then you're like, so it's true. You get me, it's true. So I feel like, it is important, you know, it works. That's just how I've learned best, but
but the thing that sucks is that like
practical. I think practical
is the thing is that not all subjects can be done in that way.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Understand? Like let's say for example,
I was about to say
if you look at maths, I think they would like to be practical, but what I see them doing is like pushing the curriculum. You know, so they're trying to do so much, but like maths is practical on your own. You go home, you go practice, but they will just show you the principle and all.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I think.
And I feel like, bro, you need to remember us as like, okay, you're a student, we're learners, right? You need to remember that like lecturers and like teachers, bro, like they're humans as well. So you as a learner, you can't expect to like be negative and like not do your homework or do certain tasks and expect the teacher to put their A game all the time. Because they're humans, they're gonna feed off your energy. Teachers are like, bro, they're gonna reciprocate your energy. If you're gonna be like, bro, like not even paying attention, they're gonna probably like be a bad teacher. And you see? So that's why I feel like it depends on the teacher. You can't like all have expectations for your teachers to do this. They're not the same personality. They have different people.
They're also people as well.
Exactly. Also people, they're humans. So
they can also be lazy.
They can also be lazy.
But that doesn't mean it's our problem. We still need to work.
That's another point. Because but learners have this advantage because like, now we're paying school fees for you. You know? So they're like,
that's the wrong way to look at it.
That's the wrong way to look. Yeah, they're like,
that's you.
We come out and pay school fees for you.
You know, like, we're paying for you to teach us. You know, we're at the advantage, but it's not. They can literally like teach the wrong stuff. They can do whatever they want. So we just have to respect them. Plus, they're older than us. You know, it's the values you have as a person. You need to respect your teachers, of course. You don't have to see eye to eye with them. You don't have to have a relationship with them. Just go to class, learn your stuff, and then leave, bro. Like, school is only like 8 hours for you guys, you know what I'm saying? But like, bro, once you're done with school, like just studying, like finish school.
I feel like, and I feel like also sometimes people just go to school for the wrong reasons.
Oh, that's right.
They vibe for vibes.
Like
for vibes.
Yeah, they vibe for vibes.
Yeah,
some
like
people like out there
vibes.
selling drugs at school.
At school is crazy, bro. And that's like, bro, like you go and your parents are working hard to get you school uniform and lunch at school. For you to go to school and sell drugs. People, or like mess around.
And unfortunately, you know, like you get some stories where some people back home, it's bad. So like the only way, and you find in some instances, the parents know that they're actually selling. And the parents help them make these drugs and find them so that they can send at school so money can come.
Because where the market is at.
You see, exactly. So in some instances, it's like, okay, it's a bad thing, but in hindsight, it's like for a certain reason.
Yeah, true.
There's some benefit from them out of it, you know? And like, it's unfortunate because now this happens at school and we can't be bringing things like weed, like drugs.
Like you see, with what you're saying is that like, I used to have, back in high school, when I was in high school, I used to sell sweets.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand why they had a problem with it. Me, I wouldn't lie. They told me to stop selling and I didn't stop, bro. Like I carried on selling sweets because bro, like sweets are sweets, bro. People like sweets. It's not gonna do anything to you. But like when it comes to stuff like drugs, that's where the chaos comes in because drugs is bad for you. And as much as things can be bad at home, like at least sell something good. You understand? Yeah, like sell something good. But I know some schools do not allow selling in general. You understand? So
I think it's true, but I mean, then it goes back to like school rules, you know?
Yeah, it goes back to the school rules.
Like, I've came to the realization that, don't you guys think our school rules are outdated now? Like, for example, the hairstyles that you have. They have a problem with certain...
About that, like I feel like school rules that relate to hairstyles and uniform, it's all about order. In a sense that like, they want you to dress in a certain form because of the environment you're going into. The same thing you will not question when you go into the work industry. you don't say that now I want to pull up with jeans or denims, you understand?
Yeah.
You need to be suitable, you need to have a cheese scope if you're a man or whatever. You see? So probably that's what school is kind of doing to that, but they need to draw a line whereby like
Sometimes
this is who I
feel
am.
like exactly. I was about to
Yeah, true.
No. The thing is, I can't really like talk much because I do online.
Oh, you do online.
I have like,
you know
I like,
that.
dude, I have like the
always,
freedom.
okay.
Like I have like
you have the
freedom
freedom,
to like what wear
Just find
whatever.
the laptop.
Yeah.
Nah, for real, because I feel like me personally, I feel like school rules are low key high key outdated, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, yes, we want everyone to be uniform.
Yeah, true.
Meaning we want everyone to be the same,
Yeah.
right? And the reasons why schools do that and why we all wear the same uniform is because they like want it to be equal, want to see equality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
facts.
don't want to show that
representing the school also.
you know, it's also representing the school, right? But then we must also be realistic in that, because I mean, let's be honest, the hairstyle I have doesn't determine how smart or unintelligent I am.
Hairstyles like,
it does.
yeah, hairstyles like, bro, how does your hairstyle like determine like how I'm gonna pay attention in class?
I've heard one teacher once said, if you have dreadlocks, you're like a naughty person. Like,
Or you
how,
can say,
dog?
Is that perception they have?
It's
or is that, like, that's what they
perception.
assume?
Like,
Yeah,
that
true.
doesn't mean anything.
but like,
you know,
only part I agree is uniform, bro. Because like with uniform, like think about it like this, nah? If you see someone pulling up to school with Jordans, he's always dripping, and another kid is
it's
pulling
unfair.
up.
Yeah, that's
It's
yeah.
unfair.
The uniform, I
The
understand.
uniform makes sense.
They're gonna get roasted, especially in high
yeah,
school.
true,
In
yeah.
high school, they're gonna get roasted and bullied and all of that.
Yeah.
But like, what's crazy is that some people they still wear uniform and they still get roasted and like bullied, bro.
exactly. So like you can't never be perfect.
You can't be
You
perfect.
can't be perfect,
like you see,
bro.
the only chat I had back in high school when I was in high school
Yeah.
is that my school never allowed tapered pants.
Or like
I was
tailored
like,
pants.
yeah, like,
oh
you know,
yeah.
tailored
That's
pants. And I was
another
like-
thing. That's
Yeah.
I was
another
like,
thing.
you focusing here,
Dog.
like just here, like I'm
Doesn't
still
make
gonna
sense, yeah.
be at school, do the grades. My pants are not
Schools, I think
skinny,
schools
bro.
focus on the wrong thing.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah.
that's the
Schools
thing. They focus on the wrong things
things.
and they make it a big
Focus,
thing out
like
of it,
let's
bro.
focus on getting the pass mark back to 50. Now you're focusing on my pants that are tight on my ankles. Like, what's that
Bro,
doing?
That's
like,
true.
what's
You
that
focused
gonna
on the
do?
fact that I'm wearing earrings at school. We're like, what?
Like, yeah.
Like,
that's
So what
dog,
does
if
that
I'm getting
do?
a distinction and I'm wearing earrings, then what?
You know one thing, build a relationship with me, then you'll find I'm cool.
Mm.
You'll be fine. You understand? Like build a relationship. Then
Nah, I feel
what I'm having, because it's the same thing when you go outside, bro. Like, why would you care about what someone's dressing?
Dressing,
You
yeah,
understand?
yeah.
So that's the only chat I have about uniform, you know. But when it comes to like hair and stuff, I just keep your hair black, you check. Like,
Yeah,
don't-
maybe keep it
yeah,
black,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Keep it black.
Like, how do you guys still feel about Afrikaans?
Me personally, I don't mind Afrikaans. Me personally, I don't mind Afrikaans.
I got me and mine.
You mind
Yeah,
Afrikaans?
mine.
Me, I got the
Boy.
opportunity
Bro.
to take Zulu when I was in grade 9. Luckily, my school has Zulu, so I took Zulu. Yeah, like Afrikaans, like, yo, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't see why it's necessary, but maybe there's a reason that I don't know that should be explained to me. But personally,
Like, I guess it's fair that it's an official language in South Africa because Afrikaans is a part of history for us, you know?
Yeah.
It's a part of our history and where we come from and who we are. A little part of it, the whole oppression.
Yeah.
So it's fair why in some part of our life we're gonna hear about it in South Africa. But I mean, look, like learning Afrikaans, still, I don't know why. And I know other schools give the opportunity, like some schools even teach French, some Mandarin, some Zulu and Tswana, you know.
Yeah.
But then, unfortunately, in my school, dog, we only give up. We don't have an option. It's just only Afrikaans.
Afrikaans, yeah.
You know, and personally, I don't get it because it's like, why are we still being forced to learn in this language that it's not me, it's not who I am, it's not who my parents
And you don't
were.
see where you're gonna use it.
And I'm not gonna use it, exactly. I don't see where I'm gonna use it. And you get me.
Yeah. But like, that's how I was personally. I was like that. I was like, bro, I don't know.
But then that doesn't mean like we shouldn't take it serious. Some people like
No. Study Afrikaans, do Afrikaans.
Study,
Jens,
boy, who's feeling about
know everything. But we just say
I
like,
rate us like, bro, like it's mindset, bro.
It is
With
mindset.
Afrikaans, it's
That's
mindset.
true.
Because like I was like, I don't like Afrikaans. It's the only thing on my grades I was looking bad. I don't like Afrikaans. I don't like being in the lessons. But I'm like, hold on, why don't I like Afrikaans? Why? Is it because it's hard or you don't understand? Humans like like not doing things that they find that are hard, right? And I felt like, okay, let me learn to like Afrikaans, right? Let me learn the language. Let me do it, man. I spend more time with Afrikaans. You know, I don't speak it outside, right? But then I'll say something in Afrikaans. But like, at the end of the day, I saw that in grade 10, now to grade 11, my Afrikaans mark is good, bro. Like to the point where my Afrikaans mark is higher than my English mark. Because I personally want to spend more time with things that I'm not good in, you know? So Afrikaans it's not that bad.
So I feel,
It's bad because people don't want to do it. But like, dude, once you finish matric, that's the last time you're even gonna think about Afrikaans, you know?
Like, so like in conclusion, basically, sorry to cut you there. Like in conclusion, gents, like to those people, okay, well, like what I've made up of what he said and what I've said, right? Like, because you do Afrikaans doesn't mean you should like give up, you know?
Exactly.
Or doesn't mean you should be like, why we being forced? Like, take the situation at hand and just deal with it the best way you can.
Exactly.
And it's only for a certain amount of time, a few years of your life, and then you're just done with it, you're out of it, you know? So, no, this guy's laughing. But it's true.
You put it as if like, you almost want to finish.
Yeah, almost.
Hang on.
Relax.
Like people are complaining, they're like, dog, Afrikaans is so hard. Dude, 30%.
Exactly.
30% pass Afrikaans. Yeah. Like, dude, you're complaining.
Because they...
But if it's hard, it's hard.
Yeah,
but like, I guess it's not the same, you understand?
Not the same.
Yeah, true. Because I mean, like, like he said that like, most places, like, they don't speak Afrikaans, you know? Like, English, okay, English is important, but some complain even about English. I imagine Afrikaans on top of that, and they have no choice. But I guess it is what it is, you understand?
It is what it is.
That is what it is. You know, just gotta deal with the situations at hand and take it by the, what's that saying?
The bull's horn, or horn, yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
You just take it, right? Take it like that.
Hold by the
bro.
bull's
Take it like that.
Let me not try again, bro.
Take it like that, bro. Yeah. You take
Grab it by the horns.
Take it like how. Take it like how Ryan Garcia took it. Javante.
I thought this guy was gonna
Take it like that and get back up and.
Yeah.
So just take it, bro. But
grab it by the.
I thought this guy was gonna
I'm not gonna do that again. Like, I want to get it right, Eugene. Like, I want to get it right, but they understand.
Take it by the chin.
Yeah, if you get it, if you don't forget, if you
get it, forget about it.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, bro, those guys just say hold them by the koalas. I'm like, bro,
but the koalas. But where did you hear that, bro?
Dog, that's what I'm laughing about. But like, we don't get it. Just forget about it. When I think about what, condone pass now, and like, yo, bro, there's a.
I mean, essentially, like, especially makes sense, like, you know how the way they condone, like this whole condoning thing. Afrikaans is like basically a reason for why we condone.
And like, bro, if you think about it, me personally, like, if you get a condone pass in like grade 7, 8, or 9, or even lower, okay, yeah, that's kind of deep, but it happens. If you get a condone pass in 7, 8, or 9, like, it's not like, it's bad, okay, but it's like a sign for you to wake up. You know, it's not the first of the month, but wake up, you know, log in. But like, if you're getting a condone pass in grade 10, 11, and 12, that is, if that's not a wake up call, then I don't know what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, going from grade 10 condone pass, grade 11 condone pass, grade 12 they don't do condone passes, so you're relying too much on that pass, you know?
Yeah, varsity don't do condone. They reject. They reject.
And getting rejected in matric is deep, because they don't allow you to go back to the high school. Yeah. So what's the next step? I'm not trying to like...
But at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world, that's facts. I was about to say, I'm not trying to like hurt anyone's feelings, touch or nerve. I'm just like saying, you know, my honest opinion. Like, if that has happened to you, there's always room for improvement. You can always get back. I'm not going to sit here like the Saints saying, oh, my marks were good. No. I have had terrible marks. I've had terrible marks, terrible Afrikaans, maths marks. But now I can sit comfortably saying that, hey, bro, if you work hard, you can.
It's possible.
You can look forward to your reports coming out, bro.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, not to say I'm condoning being condoned, but like, if you know that varsity is not part of your books, then you getting the mark you're getting because you focus on other things. That's chill. Yeah.
I hope everyone just like tapped into this one. I hope y'all enjoyed it for real.
Yeah, hopefully, bro.
You know, like basically just to sum it all up, bro. Like whatever you have at hand, you know, especially because this was based on education, like we're almost there, bro. We don't give up.
Facts.
You can do it. You just gotta put like your mind to it and just study. You know, like how they say maths, you don't get good at it unless you practice it every day. It's the same thing. So just make sure you just have those goals for yourself with school. I mean, everyone has goals, but like we never set goals for like school and our marks, and like that's something we should really try. Just journal it. You know, every time see what subject you're lacking in, getting better in. Every term, all of that. Aim for your marks. You can do it. Like, you know, I'm not even done with school, and I'm speaking like I'm like an advisor. I'm also like, I'm still in school. And I'm still in school as well. But like, it's and like this is something I learned very late coming up that I need to take school. That I should have taken school serious earlier on, because I'm only getting the results I really wanted only now.
Exactly.
You know, and if I had this mindset back then, I really could have done it. And maybe some people don't know that yet, but maybe what I'm saying could help someone.
And like, so before we close, like people think that education is not a weapon. People be like, bro, you can't get out of education anymore. Like, bro, if you can, you don't have to get 80s and 90s, get that out of your head, but just pass nicely, you know, work, you know what I'm saying, work towards
like
education.
Aim for 100 and get a 70, bro.
Yeah, aim for the stars and then land on the moon.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you'll see that, bro, you look forward to school. Okay, I'm not gonna say that because people don't like waking up in the morning. But I don't wake up in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Like you flex, yo,
joke. Away.
But basically, that's like that, bro. Just work, like, you know, work with school. You know, it's not that bad, but it's bad at the same time. But that's for me. Anything you wanna say?
Nah, I think what I say is fair. Yeah.
So please subscribe. Remember,
subscribe.
Episodes every second Thursday. You know, you can interact with us with IG and
Boyz Aloud.
Boyz Aloud. And don't worry about the merch. Just keep on thinking about it. But merch, just be patient with us. We appreciate you.
Don't forget to turn on post notifications to be notified next time we drop.
Yes, sir.
And just tap in. Don't
tap.
Leave a comment. Actually, wait, pause. Just subscribe. What
you watching this and you haven't subscribed?
Subscribe. Comment also.
Say something nice. You know, just say anything what you want.
Like comment. I love you. Say something nice.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
I love you.
Say something nice. We appreciate you all watching, and that's us.
Thanks.